minute to reflect on that intro. Oh my gosh. What's funny is I was sitting at work one day and I said, I don't just want to start my videos just with me appearing. I want to give y'all a glimpse of what it's like for me every day. And that's what I came up with. And is it the cutest thing or what? Well, welcome to my new channel, Mommy with Melanie. I say it's my new channel because I do have another YouTube channel that I do with my mother. It's called Two Chicks in a Bible. And what we do over there is really neat because sometimes the Bible, it can be intimidating. And what we've done is we started from the beginning of the Bible and we retell the stories of the women specifically, just in a way where it can relate to women in today's society, 2019. So whenever you get a chance, go over to that channel, check those videos out, make sure you like and subscribe, excuse me, and share with a girlfriend. We would really appreciate your support over there. But without further ado, I would like to welcome you again to my new channel, Momming with Melanie. You guys, you don't understand. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I've just been putting it off and procrastinating, waiting for the perfect moment until I realized that it's not going to be a perfect moment. Just do it. Just start today. So here we are. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Melanie, obviously. I am a working mother. I work outside of the home. I have 4 children. I have 2 babies that I birthed, and I have 2 bonus babies through marriage. So that's just about the basics. You'll get to learn me or get to learn more about me more as this journey continues. But one of the reasons why I decided to start my own YouTube channel is because I watch a lot of YouTube moms, and it just blows me away how homemakers are making a comeback and they're doing it with style. And I just think that it's so important to show that you can be effective inside the home. And I think that what we do as moms is set the foundation for our children later on in life. Like, we provide stability and love, nurture, caring, things that they can't get in the outside world. So I just commend those who really take pride in taking care of their families. Like I mentioned earlier, I work outside the home. I work full-time, 40 hours a week at a transportation company. Now, it is not by choice that I do that, but it's just what God has for me and my family at this moment. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I just want to share with you guys what it's like for me, balancing my work life and my life at home. And I would be lying if I said it wasn't challenging and if at times I didn't want to quit one or the other. You know what? I take that back. I don't want to quit being a mom, but I would like to quit my job one day. But that's neither here nor there, and I don't want to get too far off subject, and I want to keep this video under 10 minutes if that's possible. So let's just dive right into it. These are the tips that help me balance my life at home and my life at work. So tip number 1 would be keeping a schedule. I don't have my schedule written down. Some of the stuff that I do on a daily basis are like no-brainers. No one has to tell me to get up, get the kids together. But I do think it's helpful for me and the kids, to have a routine, to know that, at a certain time we do this. That way, their bodies become more adjusted to getting to bed on time, getting the proper rest, it could be anything like eating dinner on time. They could just look forward to those things. And I just think that is helpful. I can't explain why. I just think that is helpful to me. And I think their routines are good. So that's number 1. Tip number 2 would be to write things down. And I have my tips written down here because the older I get, the more I forget. And I just think that, I I have a notebook in my purse. I have a notebook in my car. I have different notepads and notebooks all around the house just so that I can jot things down. Things that I know, that I'm going to forget. And it helps. Little memos, it just helps me a lot because I have a lot going on and a lot of things I just can't remember. Tip number 3 would be to prioritize. I know as moms, we have a lot on our plates. I think more than the dads, but don't shoot me. As moms, we have a lot on our plates, and certain things are less important than other things. But what we do, we have the tendency to guilt trip ourselves into trying to complete everything in the same day or in the same week, when it may be helpful just to sort what's more important or what's priority, what needs to get done first, and fitting the little things into your schedule, I guess, at a later time or a later date even. Number 4 is one of my favorites. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I just recently started this. Now, I used to be the type that felt like no one could cook like me. No one could clean like me. No one could take care of the kids like me. And I was only hurting myself. Let me tell you, I was exhausted. I just felt like no one was helping. I felt like, no one really cared about the things that I cared about. And it just wasn't helping. So what I've done, for example, when one of my least favorite chores is to unload the dishwasher. But I have to tell you, I'm a little bit crazy. I like the dishwasher loaded a certain way. So what I've done is I'll have my daughter unload the dishwasher, and it helps. It helps. It's one less thing that I don't have to do. I also enlist my husband, especially when my son is getting too out of hand. Listen, take your baby. Let me do what I have to do, and we're all happy at the end of the day. Tip number 5 is set aside some time for yourself. And I'm going to say it again. Set aside some time for yourself. And it could be anything. It could be getting a manicure. It could be going to Starbucks. It could be going to the park and just taking in nature or getting a breath of fresh air. I know for me, I want to say every month to every 2 months, I get myself a massage and a facial. It's just what I need to relax myself, and I don't feel guilty about it. So you have to figure out what works for you, figure out what you like to do, and let that be your personal time. Not with the kids, not with the husband, not with work. It's just something to do for you, and I guarantee you'll feel better. That was tip number 5. Tip number 6 would be not to stress. Do not stress. They do not need a perfect mom and wife. They need a happy mom and wife. And I say don't stress because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as moms to be perfect, and it's just not possible. I just feel that the more I put on myself, the more stress, the more tasks I give myself, the more stress I put on myself. I need to relax at times. I need to stop taking things so seriously. I need to just take a minute and enjoy my family, enjoy what's around me, be present in what's around me, because I would hate to look back on my life 10 years down the line and see that I was just, working, not spending time with my family, putting things before my children and my husband. And it's all a learning process. And I just think that reducing the stress in your life, it makes your life happier. Now, I saved the last one, tip number 7, for a very special reason, because I think that it's the most important one out of all of the ones that I mentioned earlier, and that is to pray. Pray, 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 pray. First, I think that when we connect to our source, God, being as though that He put all of this together, it kind of recharges us. And I don't know about you, but I feel better when God is working on my behalf. And the Bible tells us to cast our cares unto the Lord. That means our family, that means our job, that means our friends, that means our marriages, relationships, our workplace, anything that concerns us, anything that's on our heart. That means just to share it with Him. Ultimately, He's our friend. So our Heavenly Father, I like to think of Him as my friend. But just sharing the things that are on my heart with Him, I just feel a release. I have a lot of responsibilities, and why not share that responsibility with Him? Why not find comfort knowing that the Lord is working on my behalf? So I say pray. A lot of times I pray in the morning. I like to pray with the kids just to set the tone of their day and share my faith and with my children. And I like to pray over my husband. And a lot of times I can't do it in person. I'll do it while I'm driving. I like to pray over our day. It sets the tone. And I just think that it's important. It's the most important. I think it's the key to a successful family and a successful life, for that matter. Getting your creator, I don't like the word creator, I'm sorry. Getting the Lord involved in your life. So that's it. Those are my 7 tips on how to balance my work life and my life at home. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you guys what my life is like, inside the home and sometimes outside the home. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with a friend. And I can't wait to take you guys on this journey with me. So thank you. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.